Welcome to Houston Newsmakers Extra. I'm reminded to sit up straight because I'm with Lauren Anderson. I call you Houston's prima ballerina. Do they not do that anymore? They don't call them ballerinas, they call them principal dancers, or are you still a ballerina?
We're still ballerinas.
Yeah.
But principal dancer is a rank. Okay. So in the company there are ranks. Apprentice, quarter ballet, first demi-soloist, soloist, first soloist, principals.
Ah.
So and the principals.
There's really only one principal, one male and one female?
Oh, no.
There's several?
There's several.
Okay.
And then the more seasoned ones tend to be called prima ballerinas.
Okay, I got it. But 1990, or 83 is when you joined the company, correct? And then right. 90 is when you became a principal.
I became a principal.
And you danced until 2006? Or around then? Or did you
Ish. I retired from being the 9-to-5 full-time ballerina. I know people think we go down and just practice on the weekends. We're there 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. It's not just an hour here and an hour there. I mean,
you know, I never thought about weekends because you said, okay, you're working at Fuddruckers or something between them.
No, we're there 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, busting it out.
I can't imagine, because I've never been in the talent area that you have, but Lauren Anderson, who has been since age 7, this has been your life.
It's been my life.
And now you're making it other people's lives too, because you teach. And so we talked about before we started this program about when you go in and where you teach and the young people who are looking at you. How fascinating and wonderful is it for you to be able to do that?
Well, it's awesome. Everyone is not trying to be a ballet dancer. So I teach students that, I get to teach students that don't know they want to dance, or that are looking at me like, what is this ballet thing? I don't want to do this ballet thing. Well, I'm not there to make them ballet dancers. I'm there to get them to feel comfortable in their own bodies, to move, and to experience what it feels like to have it on them. You can expose a child to dance, but when a child actually dances, that's when you start to change their life. Mm-hmm. So I get to go into schools and do that. In all kinds of ways. We can do it through science, say the water cycle. The water warms up and turns into gas. It's evaporation. I mean, you know, we get to do different things. And then I can go into the classical, you know.
Yes,
it's just, I get to do all kinds of things.
Yeah, it's fascinating. And now you've been away from the performance side of the Houston Ballet for a bit. But let's talk about the ballet now as it exists. Since you've left, I mean, how has it changed in terms of the Houston Ballet? How are they structured now in terms of the diversity that they didn't really have a lot of until you started to really be on the front lines of that, at least as far as I could see the outward view? How have things changed?
So it's changed a lot. When I started in the Houston Ballet Academy 50 years ago, there was me, right? And actually, Debbie Allen was our first child. You know, fame, I'm gonna live. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Debbie Allen was our first child before I got there. Then I came in, and then a few people came in between and left and came and left. But then that was it for a while. Then I got in the company, and more dancers started to come, and more dancers started to come. And now
more dancers of color?
Of color. Mm-hmm. I always say our beige dancers. Yeah. Because they're of different hues and different colors.
Right.
But now I really feel there's way more diversity than when I was in the company, because it's been I think it's been kind of what we've always wanted to do. We've always, and I can say this since way back in the Ben Stevenson days, that the fabric of the community, the company should look like the fabric of the community. Mm-hmm. Well, that starts in the school, right? And then because 60% of our dancers are from the school, and I could have that wrong, but at least 60% of the dancers have had a footprint in the Houston Ballet Academy. Okay. So if your school can look like the community, then your company can look like the community. And I think that Houston Ballet is achieving that. And we've been on the forefront of that. Yes, down here in Houston, Texas, New York, San Francisco, California, all those places, check it out. We've been doing it since way back when. So I think that's continued.
It has continued, and now, and the reason we were doing the program in the first place is to talk about I want to get this right, the Lauren Anderson Young Dancer Scholarship Fund.
Yes.
As a part of your legacy going forward. And we want to make sure, we can't say that enough, that the fund is available, it's live now. You can go on the website, and I'm putting it on the Facebook page, my Click to Houston, my Newsmakers page. It's on click2houston.com, where people can go. But that is, no matter how you look at it, that is a fascinating thing to have that associated with you for what you've done, laying the foundation for people who may not have been able to see somebody like you. They saw you, and now those little girls, I can do this because they've been able to see you do it.
It's important because actually I saw Dance Theater of Harlem the first time when I was 9 years old. And that made a huge impression upon me. I was like, I want to be her, and I want to be her, and I want to be her. And so I kept dancing. And I didn't know if I'd ever get into the Houston Ballet, let alone be the person that people think that I am, right? I think that those opportunities are few and far between sometimes, and the wider we can open the door, more can come through. So this scholarship gives an opportunity for more students to have the resources that they need to get in and take classes at high quality arts education.
So this is always fascinating. By the way, I've known Lauren for a long time. We love talking to each other, and we could talk for an hour, but you would be totally not into it. So we're going to cut it off by now. But I do want to call you out for lying, saying that you just started this 50 years ago.
I did. Okay, lying.
Yeah. No,
in 1972, I'm going to go ahead because you could Google me and it says how old I am. So,
okay.
Right. But in 1972, I started at the Houston Ballet Academy.
How old do you think you were seeing those pictures? What is that picture from?
That's what is it? Oh, that's Firebird. That's Cleopatra.
Okay. And that was when you were in your.
That was when I was dancing.
Okay.
Cleopatra was 2000, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that was sweet spot. Yeah. And teaching too as well.
This is now, honey. This is not that long ago.
Yeah. You know what? Now, our meteorologists would want to know about the water cycle thing. We could probably get that dance thing down.
We could talk about it.
Yeah.
That's a program we call Dance to Learn, honey. You dance to learn.
Okay. I'm feeling it. Hey, go to the website. It's important to be able to do that and support that fund because it helps young people get a chance that they might not otherwise have. Thank you, Lauren. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Share this Newsmakers Extra with everyone you know, please.